Hey, everybody, welcome to the Max Clark Show, where we talk about things that matter. And today, what matters is five things. Five things. I want to talk to you about five things that you need to consider preliminary to the verdict and after the verdict of the trial, the murder trial of Derek Chauvin. Five things. And it's important that we, as a Black family, move with intention. We have to move with intention, and we need to know what that intention is. Okay. Number one, keep your expectations low. Keep your expectations extremely low for the verdict, because if you're surprised by the verdict, then you'll go down this emotional rabbit hole trying to wrap your mind around how can the jury acquit Derek Chauvin after we watched George Floyd die slowly as he called for his deceased mother, while Derek Chauvin had his knee on George Floyd's neck for almost 10 minutes. You're trying to wrap your head around that. And there's a defense team that's telling us that we didn't see what we saw. This is real. This is real. This is not a Hollywood story. This is the life or the quality of life of American Black people. Number two, if Derek Chauvin is found not guilty, listen to me. If Derek Chauvin is found not guilty, stay in the house. Stay in the house. Now, there's a few things that you should ask yourself if you're deciding to hit the streets if there is a verdict of not guilty. If that verdict is returned and you want to hit the streets, I need you to ask yourself these three things, okay? You should ask yourself, what is my role? What is my role in my community, in this society? What is my role? Number two, what am I trying to accomplish out here? I'm out in the streets. Things are going haywire. What am I trying to accomplish out there? And number three, you have to ask yourself, can I not be emotional and be objective about the situation that we find ourselves in? Can I put the emotion to the side? And can I be objective about the situation at hand? You have to ask yourself those three things. I can't answer that for you. That's your journey. You have to figure that out on your own. Why are you in the street? What's your role? What are you trying to accomplish? Can you put emotions to the side and be objective so that we can move forward? Okay, number three. If Derek Chauvin is found guilty, listen up. If Derek Chauvin is found guilty, watch this. Stay in the house. Stay in the house. So why do I say that? There's no time to celebrate. There's no time to celebrate. No dancing in the street and partying and carrying on. Listen, we have not arrived. The Black family has not arrived. In between George Floyd's murder, you know how many police killings have happened in between time, and not just the ones that we see on mainstream media. This is happening under the radar. What are we celebrating for? No, we're not going to celebrate the small victories. We are under a cruel and rotten system. We have to maintain focus so we can get to where we need to be. Why do I say stay in the house? Why do I say we have not arrived yet? It's because we're not ready. We're not ready. We don't have a plan. We don't have a plan. We don't have a plan to make this rotten system respect our humanity. Where's the plan? Praying? Nope. Voting? Nope. It's not going to work. This is the objective part I'm talking about. Praying and voting is not going to work. We've been trying to make them respect our humanity since contact with each other. You see, there was something different. There was something different. And I don't know if you all felt the same thing, but there was something different about George Floyd's murder. Okay. There was something different about this particular murder by law enforcement for others. How many of our brothers and sisters have been murdered by law enforcement on video? And they found any reason to justify that, whether they got a D or F in third grade, or whether they stole a pack of M&Ms when they were 9, or maybe they had a Facebook post where they had both of their fingers, flipping off the camera. Anything to justify that. Anything to justify that. Let me tell you something. People didn't come out en masse the way they did for George Floyd. I can't remember ever seeing that. They came out in large numbers to support the Black family. It wasn't until George Floyd's murder that people saw the humanity in the Black family. One more time for the people in the back. It wasn't until George Floyd's murder that people saw humanity in the Black family. Now, everyone wants to be anti-racist, right? Everybody wants to be anti-racist now. Oh, I saw this man, George Floyd, die on video, and now I want to be an anti-racist. Now you want to be an anti-racist. But no one wants to say no to anti-Black racism. You should have a problem with that. You should have a serious problem with that. There's no time to celebrate. It's just us. We got a long way to go. All right. Number four. Let me get a better seating position for this one. Listen, number 4 is hold the terrorists in our own communities accountable for their actions. Hold the terrorists in our own communities accountable for their actions. We're quick to snitch on police officers who terrorize our community, right? Everybody got their phones out. Everybody's telling. Everybody want them to want the justice system to put the police under the jail. You notice that? But we keep our mouths shut We act like our tongue is ripped out when the terrorist looks like us in our own community, not wearing the uniform. You ever notice that? That when a terrorist looks like us, when a terrorist is the neighbor or the kid down the street on the other block, we act like we can't talk when they come and terrorize our communities. I have a serious problem with that, and you should have a serious problem with that. You see, these terrorists in our own communities, they should be brought to justice. Not only should they be brought to justice, but they should be ostracized and smoked out of our communities. And the community should be disgusted with that individual. And they should be treated as such. They should be treated as such. All the crime, the carjackings, the murder, the melee, the mayhem, we got to go through in our own communities. Babies just trying to get to school. Somebody just trying to go to the store to get something to eat. They can't even do that. Can't even hang outside in front of your yard, in front of your house. You can't even sit in your car anymore. They need to be ostracized. They need to be smoked out of our communities. Period. Period. And we should be disgusted. Again, we should be disgusted with these individuals. We need to find people in our community, members of the Black family. Find those who want to be helped. Find those that we can reach and reach them. We cannot continue to spend time, money, resources on those who don't want to be saved or who's not ready to be saved. We cannot do it. We cannot do it. Focus on the ones that we can get. When the others are ready to come along, if they get some sort of revelation, then so be it. You can come join the movement. But for now, we can't deal. Number five. If we build and police our own communities and not waste time trying to convince others that we're in a bad situation, only then can we start to move forward as a Black family. Only then can we start to move forward as a Black family. A 7-year-old baby was murdered. A 7-year-old baby was murdered. And I know you're probably thinking, what does this have to do with 5 things about the verdict and, after the verdict? What does this have to do? Just listen. A 7-year-old baby was murdered in the drive-thru of McDonald's. Only that type of foolishness can happen in our communities. Only that type of foolishness is allowed to happen in our communities. We tore shit up all last year. Because of these so-called police officers was shooting us down. As long as they was white, we was hitting the streets, we was tearing shit up. Our babies are being slaughtered. Our babies are being slaughtered. Our priorities are all off. Our babies are being slaughtered, and we're busy looking for a Louis Vuitton face mask so we can look cute. Which fight are you willing to fight? That's what I need to know. Which fight are you willing to fight? When are you going to go all in? When are you going to go all in? That's what I want to know. And the fact that no one is going to snitch, no one is going to snitch. Okay, let's use that language. If no one is going to snitch and tell us who murdered that baby, that's a testament. That is a testament to where we stand in our community and with each other. Word. Word. Okay. Now, once we start to tear the streets up to bring one of our own to justice, police brutality and police killings will decrease and cease, because this sends a clear message that we actually care about ourselves, that we actually care about the lives of the Black family, and not only when a white police officer kills us. It shows that we care. It shows that we're human beings. It shows the humanity in us. If we don't respect ourselves, if we don't respect that 7-year-old baby, how do we expect the police to respect us? As always, love somebody, but more importantly, love yourself. Do me a favor. If you found this video to have some value to you, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you'll get notifications of when I upload videos just like this. Okay? Love somebody, but more importantly, love yourself. Think while it's still legal. Peace.